A very good evening to one and all, and a warm welcome to the In-Service Skills Enhancement Program presented by VidyaDaan Foundation. I'm Shweta Batra, and I'm here to present you this session. To begin with, I would like to introduce VidyaDaan to our audience. VidyaDaan Foundation is a transformative non-profit organization. It is dedicated to empowering underprivileged children, youth, and women through the power of education. With an unwavering commitment to fostering a bright future, VidyaDaan is in the forefront of providing high quality education in India, thereby enabling disadvantaged children to unlock their potential. To enhance the quality of education, it also conducts teacher training programs. To remain at the forefront of the education sector, it is crucial for educators to stay updated with the latest advancements. Additionally, as a policy requirement, every education professional must engage in 50 hours of continuous professional development annually. The In-Service Skills Enhancement Program presented by VidyaDaan represents a significant initiative to fulfill this requirement. We are pleased to have trained over 20,000 teachers across India and are committed to extending this opportunity to educators from the CBSE, ICSE, and the state board schools. This program is a capacity building program which is designed to enhance the teaching skills, provide updates on the latest educational trends, and equip educators with essential tools needed to excel in their roles. The sessions are both engaging and informative, delivered by the industry experts. We have a session every Saturday from 5 to 6, and point to be noted that educators who successfully attend the program will be receiving a valid e-certificate which states that one has completed an hour of training. I'll briefly inform you the process here. After the presentation, after the presentation of the speaker, we will be sharing a questionnaire link that will be based on today's content. The person who scores 7 and above is eligible for the certificate. The form has to be filled before you leave the meeting. In case you want to have the e-certificate, you have to pay a small fee of rupees 100 and you will receive your e-certificate via WhatsApp within 7 working days. Coming back to the session, I would like to introduce the speaker of today. Our expert today is Mrs. Vipin Sharma. She's the academic advisor of VidyaDaan, ex-principal, Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya Jamshedpur. Madam has been conducting educational sessions for teachers and educators for more than 10 years and has conducted over 1,800 hours of training on both modes online and offline, including the in-house trainings for the CBSE. Madam has a record and series of awards to her credit. Vipin Madam has been awarded the National Award to Teachers from the hands of Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee.
Ma'am, you are not audible.
Our expert today is Mrs. Vipin Sharma, the academic advisor of VidyaDaan, ex-principal Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya Jamshedpur. Madam has been conducting educational sessions for teachers and educators for over 10 years and has conducted over 1,800 hours of training, both online and offline modes, including in-house trainings for the CBSE. Madam has a record and series of awards to her credit. Vipin Madam has been awarded the National Award to Teachers from the hands of Honorable President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee in 2013. She is also the recipient of Chinmaya Gaurav Award from Swami Tejomayanandji. Best Principal Award 2011 are a few to name. Madam, a warm welcome to you, and indeed, it's such a pleasure to have you with us today. Before I hand over the session to Madam, I would like to tell the audience that in case you have any questions or queries related to the topic, please feel free to put down your questions on the YouTube chat. We'll try to address them if time permits. With this note, Madam, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. And Hari Om. Thank you, VidyaDaan. Thank you, Shweta. Welcome, participants. I'm very happy to be with educators always. Okay. So Today I'm going to have a topic on uh, library and asset for learning. Okay. Today my topic is library and asset for learning. Okay. A library is not just a building where you can go and borrow books for a certain period of time. No, it means a lot more than that. A library is a place where you can find books and other informative material to read and borrow for a few days. In fact, it's a group of collection of books, resources that helps teachers, students to enhance their knowledge. So library is I can say the heart of the school. Nerve of the school. Office is the heart of the school and library is the nerve of the school. It is the face value of the school. So before I begin the topic on asset at library asset for learning, I again wish everyone Hari Om and pray to the Almighty and Gurudev a little. Om Sehna Vavatu Sehna Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today we are going to talk how library is important to the school. Normally we take it very lightly. Oh, it is library. No, this is the most important part. Today we are going to talk about the meaning of library, types of library. It's an asset and planning school library, role of schools, roles of librarian. I would like to emphasize that every teacher is a librarian. Every teacher must know what are the books available in the library and what is their role to enhance the library. That is very important. Successful library future and conclusion. What is library? You can see towards my right the flashes, the books. It shows that library is the collection of the books. But no, library is fundamentally organized set of resources that include human services as well as entire spectrum of media. I can say it has two parts, physical components and intellectual component. And I would like to say that it is a knowledge center. We say that teachers are the resource people. They are knowledge center. In fact, Deepa Jyoti Param Brahma Deepa Sarvatamopaha Deepena Sadhyate Sarvam Shubham Deep Namo Namaha. In fact, the knowledge by the teacher is transmitted to the student. So library is a knowledge center for both. What is library? The word library is derived from a French word, library, that is Latin, labor means book. It's an organized collection and availability of information, resources, periodical references, and what not. And the people who manage the physical and intellectual components and interact with users to solve information problem are the real people who handle the library. It is not only a role of librarian, it's just a part of that. In fact, library materials create reading interest. Do you think only librarian can do that? No, we teachers, we need to guide students. First, we need to help the librarian to procure the books. Then we need to help the students to go and get it. In fact, a library is a local museum that displays the types of information important for the students. It is not only reading books of newspapers, but it is a soul nourishing place. That is a real library. Now, types of library. It is,
Madam, excuse me, madam.
yes, yes.
PPT isn't visible. Can you please reshare it? It isn't visible.
Okay, I'll reshare. Okay, I'll close this. Okay, I'll share. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute.
Sure,
Okay,
madam.
1 minute. Uh, No, 1 minute.
No
Uh,
problem.
no. Actually, shall I just come out a little?
Yeah,
Because
please,
it's
please.
on
No
the
problem.
desktop. I have
Yes,
to minimize it again.
sure,
Okay.
madam. Please.
Uh, Library and asset. Yeah, open. Uh, is it visible now?
Yes, now you just put it on slideshow and it should be good.
Yeah, okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, please minimize the other parts. Okay. So I think first slide I had shown was librarian asset for learning. Then I presented the introduction. I'll just put myself. Yeah. Then about this is what I'm going to speak about. Meaning of library, I said the word library is derived from a French word, library. It means book, and it is an organized collection and availability of information, resources in various forms of book. But I would like to say that teacher is the knowledge center, and the teacher transmits the knowledge to the children. So it is very important that library has to be utilized in a different way. The teachers need to assist the librarian for procuring the good books and then guiding the students to go and utilize. Now, types of library: school library, academic library, research library, reference library, public library, national library, and digital library. These are the types of libraries. Believe me, each and every type, just a minute, I'll put this down a little. Yeah. No. No, school library. We all are well aware. One of the campuses of schools to serve the students and faculty, institution. School library is very, very personal. It is for that school only. That is school library. Okay. We can also say it's an opportunity for self-development. It encourages thinking process, creativity, and inquisitiveness. That is school library. A humble request to all the teachers to ensure that the student visit library. But before they visit, you need to guide them why to visit and what they should look into over there. It fuels imagination for research. Now, library is the research center. That is the latest theory. It's an asset for research and learning. It's an asset to the development of learning spaces. It is a place that can be transformed into, place of learning, individual, peer, and collaborative learning. Next, academic library, generally located in the campus of the school college, sole purpose to serve the students and teachers. It provides space for all. Finally, what I would like to say, it is a gateway for the students and researchers to access material, both print, physical, and digital. Very important, print or physical and digital. It is a tutoring support, a fundamental tool that leads to content knowledge. I tell you, the library is the place where all sorts of books needs to be placed. Not only subject oriented, but how they can nourish their soul, how storybooks, how the life biographies of the great people, of scientists, and what the future should be, how they can kindle their inquisitiveness. That is important. So positive student interaction, academic library improves educational climate. It's all up to the schools how they do it. Towards the end of the session, as madam said, I am from Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya, and what they have the library in store, I would like to have you a glance of that. It is actually beautiful physical library as well as digital library. You can say it e-library. So academic library nowadays is hybrid. It has to be both. It is not only physical, not only digital, but we need to work on hybrid library. Okay. So library helps in building trust, empathy, honesty, and higher level of thinking. Research library, as I said, a research library is an expertise collection of material. Library should not only have the book of average standard. Okay, it must have an expertise of collection of material on various subjects that meets the research needs. You can say, what is the role of research in school? No. The library should be such that even if the students pass out, Okay, they come to the school library for their research work. That is the most important part of the library. It has to be higher standard. It has to be above. It has to maintain the standard. Okay. Now, a research library supports scholarly or scientific research and generally includes primary as well as secondary resources. Reference library. All the schools have reference library. They have thick books, but not allowed by the students to take home. Yes, these are only to be referred in the library. It does not lend books or other items under any circumstances. So such reference sections are also known as reading rooms. Okay, the book must be read in the library itself. Take down notes and move. So, sorry, the reference section has to be the best. What I would like to say here that now reference material must be digitalized so that students can have a digital form. Okay. Then it is public library. It is accepted by the general public, usually funded by taxes, open to all, and every community member can access to collection. Not for profit. There are special libraries and public organizations, hospitals, law firm. Idea is we need to know that it is not only a school library, it is not only academic library, but there are libraries where we can guide students to enhance their knowledge. See, the students till the age of 22 or till 2022, they are at the highest receptive end. So they must read as much as possible. And it must start from the formative years. Okay. Now, National Library, established by a government as a country's repository of information, includes several rare, valuable, significant resources. Okay, unlike public library, these rarely allow citizens to borrow books. They are not allowed to carry books. I tell you, the first National Public Library was opened in Alipur, Kolkata in 1903. And Mr. S.R. Ranganathan, okay, who was born in 1882. He was the first Indian who promoted library. And when he completed studies, perhaps in 1923, he went to Chennai and found Commerce Library. Okay, Commerce Public Library, that is in Chennai. Okay, and then he gave a good momentum. He was also awarded by the nation for some national award in library. And Central Public Library in Mumbai and Delhi Public Library. These are the four national public libraries. We have also Digital National Library that is in IIT Kharagpur that I'll be talking about. But these are the public libraries. If you happen to be these places, please visit National Library of Kolkata, of Chennai, of Mumbai and Delhi. We should know. Okay. Digital library. Nowadays we are very much familiar with digital India. We talk of digital India, digital marketing, digital seva, digital signature, digital currency, DigiLockers, digital art, online. Why not digital library? We need to talk about digital library, and I am sure and I hope that all the schools need to have a digital library in school. As I said, hybrid library have physical as well as digital. It's a repository or digital collection. Objects consist of digitized content, an online database of digital objects, audio, video, digital word processor, files, social media posts, whatever. So digital library does not depend on, a library's existence does not depend on the physical only. Its mission is to link the past and the present and help shape the future. It is possible when we plan for hybrid library. Okay. Digital library is accessible through any digital device by 24/7. Michael Sternhardt, he was the founder of the first project of digital library. As I said, Sir S.R. Ranganathan for physical library. Similarly, Michael Sternhardt started Project Gutenberg, which makes electronics book freely available via internet. In 1998, he presented the first definition of digital library. He said, these are the organizations that provide the resources, including the specialized staff to select structure, offer intellectual access to, interpret, distribute, preserve the integrity of, and ensure the persistence over time of collection of sorry of digital works. Goals are to assist users by satisfying their needs, universal access to information, and systematic development of digital resources, updated information for management, access, and storage. Information, sorry, in the collection of materials that represents the holdings of the library. We all need to take leadership role in the generation and dissemination of knowledge architecture. See, physical library, school and public, digital all over. That stores a wide range of content, ebook, magazines, articles, blogs, papers, videos, podcasts, audiobooks, whatnot. So sophisticated digital libraries these days store the resources in the cloud to make the content available for the users anytime and anywhere. It also extends interdisciplinary support by making information available anytime, anywhere. Now, further, it brings together sorry, people with formal, informal, and professional learning missions. Convenient hours. The best part is an online library is open 24 hours, 7 days, 24 into 7. Access to content. Database of digital material that is open to all users over the campus, wide LAN, high bandwidth internet connectivity, focus on acquiring digital resources, gradual elimination of print subscription. See, we are also having online session. That's also a digital mode. So why not have digital library? It is not necessary that you spend lakhs and procure 100 computers. You can start with 20 computers. But creation of local digital content available within the university. Benefits. The library management software comes with built-in features to automative library management. Automation encourages many institutions and enterprises. And wide variety of content improves interaction in a real time. You know why? One of the main benefits of using digital library is that students can clarify their doubts then and there with their teachers. That's wonderful. It has all updated informations. Nowadays, many publishers allow digital libraries to make the latest editors and magazines accessible. But of course, it is on a paid basis. Converted librarians into librarians through automation of routine library services, indexing, issuing, tracking, preservation. The librarians are no longer required to organize and manage the library, building a heritage for the generation next. Digital content. See, I should not say, but the fact is, many a times physical libraries have been destroyed. But here, when we can put the content clouds, that will be wonderful. And the teachers also can put up their, matter into cloud, and the students also can access as and when they want. That's the part of digital library. Already I said, digital reference library facilitates such reference section for quick accessibility. Some schools have reference section, I said, but it can be in digital mode. Although we have smart classes, this and that, but some have audio, videos, but a heightened amount of choice is schools. They have to go for that. Software and electronic database and specialized tools, role in preserving and organizing artifacts. Social and intellectual roles in bringing together people across the world, cultural role. This is the most important aspect. Library and asset. As the topic said, library is an asset. But why it is an asset? How it is an asset? Okay. Because the role of libraries cannot be undermined. They provide students very healthy environment for learning. They can take reference books, they can, come as per their convenience. It all depends on the school. It is source of knowledge for students. And not only that, it is source of knowledge for teachers, high quality research, student achievement, mindset development, college and career readiness, learning atmosphere. It developed a good learning atmosphere through human resources. Here, the role of librarian. School libraries enhance students' achievement. They serve practical role in sharing expensive resources. They create literacy among the people, among the students. They support instructional programs. They play cultural role in preserving and organizing, as I said, ideas. They provide not only physical place. See, you can see a picture of library. You can imagine if given a chance, you begin a school, what sort of library you should have. Yes, of course, money matters, but at the same time, you can keep in your mind that how it can be, one section for reference book, one section for keeping. In Jamshedpur, I am a product of Jamshedpur Women's College. There we have such a library. I still remember. There is a bridge sort of, and we used to cross the bridge, and when you go to the library, this library reminds me of my library. At least all of you get, it is not only the principal or the librarian to manage all these. Principal can guide, will do everything, but you just put up your suggestions. That is important. So good library creates a learning atmosphere. Even you can plan library at home. That's good. If a home has library, house has library, wonderful. It's a place that offers not only education, relaxation, and access to the books that enhances knowledge. It caters to the needs of all. In-depth resources in various forms, storehouse for books, modern library subscribes all important newspapers, repository of local history. This is also very important. If not, your school doesn't have, please talk to principal madam or sir, talk to librarian and procure the local history of the school, at least in your school library. I'm not talking about National Library, but please make it a point to visit National Library once you are at Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi. Life history of great men, scientists must be there. It combines technology. This is about digital library. It breaks down the physical barrier. See, I'm going together. I'm going to physical library as well as digital library. Then we can say, yes, library is an asset. It combines technology and information, resources to allow remote access. It breaks down the physical barriers, allows teachers and students to take advantage, communicates with people outside for formal learning. Okay, it's a local museum, but also no comes to physical library. It's a local museum of sorts and provides extensive information. It helps in developing good habits, develop scientist attitude. Not everything is available on the internet. So digital libraries are not the internet. See, I'm not contradicting, but I want to have a hybrid library. The internet complements library. It does not replace them. But to avoid the barriers, we should also go for the digital library. That is why this is the concept of hybrid library. So like how library can be an asset if you have hybrid mode of library. Okay. Teachers. Why important to teachers? Teachers update subject knowledge and not only know, not they learn new innovative methods of teaching. Physical resources, books, periodicals. I tell you, when I was at Chinmaya, every summer vacation, I had a habit to procure good books, sometimes story books, sometimes, how to enhance myself spiritually, and sometimes the life of great bookmen. That is very important. Sometimes, how can I take care of my house as well? So what? So idea is you all need to utilize your time summertime, winter time, or any other long vacation in procuring book. Enhance your, otherwise nowadays, in this digital era, the students will outsmart the teachers. That should never happen. So we need to enhance. We need to keep on enhancing our knowledge. This is very important, okay, for the teacher. Okay. Yes, if the child knows something more, accept it and try to know that how he got it and how you can be further better. Teachers update with scientific technology advancement, e-periodical. No, this is again digital library, e-periodicals. Like even CIRS, okay, they are giving e-magazines. Wonderful. Some schools also have started e-magazines. Wonderful, wonderful. So e-periodicals, films, videos, all these are, and best part is last line you see, store resources in Google Cloud or iCloud for easy access to self or student. You also can reserve your, good articles in eCloud, iCloud. Let the students see, and you have some password system that what you want the students to see and what you want for self. So idea is that we need to enhance ourselves capabilities, e-world, e-commerce, online links, and how to handle cyber world. So, Viti, sorry to say that there are some teachers who are still, thinking that no, they cannot learn computers. Why not? There is no end to learning at any age. And in this e-world, when you can operate your mobiles, COVID has taught how to use mobiles even to class 1 child. You also know how to handle mobile, then why not to go for e-knowledge? See, idea is Google cannot replace everything, but library is a structured place where under the guidance of the librarian, teachers, and the principal, the work is procured. It is set. So there is no comparison of digital library, physical library, and the knowledge. Okay. No, it is a high quality research. Research support is often identified as a central pillar in the mission parameters identified by academic libraries. So now libraries are playing larger role in educating researchers in handling the research. This is very, very important. So librarian plays an active role in research, support, and promoting new technology, that is high quality research. Okay. I was talking about Sir S.R. Ranganathan. He was the person who wrote many research papers after he joined Chennai. Okay. Uh, then not only that, he also received award, as I said. So there are many research scholars. Okay. And they need matter. Okay. And for this, we need to support. I will show you in our school, we also have place where in the evening, senior citizens are allowed to come and read. Yes. So how we can enhance library? Let library be, the hub of knowledge. Let everybody think that yes, this lab in our school. I tell you, when I was in the school, I heard about XLRA. You also must have heard. I have seen XLRA. XLRA is famous for e-library. Since then, it was sticking to my mind that how to have e-library, how to have e-library. I put up the proposal to the management. They agreed. They gave all the infrastructure, and Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya became the first in Jharkhand to have e-library. There are some lectures of our teachers are also recorded. Still, it is in the process. It has miles to go. It is just a beginning. So what I mean to say, a school that dreams of e-library, that tries to have it e-library, can go further beyond. Physical library has to be the best. But along with this, why? Because it will help in research. That is very, and an institution reputation, as I said, that we are the first in Jharkhand, in the state, to have e-library. And now there are 3, 4 more schools that have e-library. But yes, it has to be utilized at the maximum. I agree here. An online library helps in research, as I said, an expertise collection of materials on one or more subjects for the scientific research. It meets the research needs. In most cases, research scholars are attached to the digital libraries. Idea is to kindle the light of knowledge among the student. Let plus two students also understand what the research is. To be a doctor engineer is fine, but how can be a scientist? How they can make paper presentation? So these supports research. So this is important. We all need to guide our student. And there is inevitable role for any librarian towards research support services. They contribute towards knowledge creation. Okay, they are the partner. They can, enhance the competency-based learning. All this is possible if academic librarians embrace their role as research partners. Please remember, an academic librarians embrace their role as research partners, embedded themselves in research enterprise by emphasizing collaboration and being connected with the stakeholders. Then it can happen. So here the role of librarian is very important, but the teachers need to support them. A digital library supports scholarly on scientific research, as I said. Now, student, many education and library research tools prove that libraries have a positive impact on student academic achievement. These are learning hubs and homework help centers. Students use technology and the latest information resources, allow the students to use library whenever they are free. They can gain valuable extra information in addition to the textbook. The teacher need to guide them to supplement their knowledge by updating themselves with the developments. Okay, it is not only the teacher but the student. Sometimes I tell you, we used to do it. A small committee of students should be elected to help teacher in the library back. That itself will be an achievement for the students. Okay, and for the student, it is source of information and development. A new innovative methods of learning, use of better learning by the students. Visit to library enable students to read the books of various pace. This will, and the librarian must see the caliber, must see the IQ, must see the interest, passion, and guide the students. Okay, and you all can, teachers can help them in developing scientific attitude. Okay, the reading material on scientists' inventions, discoveries, thrills the students and proves a source of inspiration. Some students love history, guide them. So what? This is how we can set the mind of children that stimulates memory and innovation, builds reading capacity, strengthens the controls of mind, develops critical thinking, scientific attitude. So these are important. The child develops himself, okay, by visiting the library itself. It's a source of inspiration. Believe me, it is written boldly in each library, maintain silence. Why? So that the child learns with a quiet mind. Quiet mind leads to so many inventions. Quiet mind leads to better thinking. Quiet mind leads to better understanding and mindset develops. It sets the mind. Libraries can be gateways to important information and college and careers. Well-equipped school libraries enable the students to explore those resources. In our school, we had a very good librarian. Okay, long back. She's no more, Mrs. Rekha Tawle. What she would do, she would cut all the important information for the student and she will display. Okay, these are the forms available, these are career guidance, and these are the, if she gets a new book, she'll display. These are the new books for the library. Please come and have. So as we should see that how the students, we keep them ready for college and career. This is very, very important. They create lifelong learners. It's a soul nursing place for people of any age that promotes individual and group learning, fosters a safe and nurturing climate, enhances comprehension. Why? Because it has habit of silent reading. That is the best part of the library. Creates a positive school culture. for their growth and development. So how important is the library and how it is an asset? We need to first understand ourselves and let us make children also understand. I tell you, in Jamshedpur, during Children's Day, for a week or 10 days, there is a mela, book fair. Believe me, once upon a time, lakhs of people would go, but now thousands. Why? This lack of interest. So learning atmosphere needs to be built. We are talking of library and how important it is. It cannot happen unless we teach not only we have to enhance the knowledge, but we also need to guide them, create an atmosphere, reading atmosphere. Okay. Productive use of leisure time. Library is a place where everyone is welcome. Never say no to children. Keep library open 1 hour before, 1 hour later. Exclusive visual environment, ethnic background, wall, art courts. You can do that. Make it attractive. Calm space, fantasy imagination. Allows from one world to another. Beautiful, beautiful. Then only they will love. Now they want to go to computer and Google. Bring them back to learning atmosphere. Let them go to e-library, but let them search for material, which, not only quenches their thirst for knowledge, but enhances their abilities, their capabilities to understand, comprehend. Okay? See, this is a short video. Is it audible? Audible?
Oh, it's not audible, madam.
Mm.
Search.
Yeah,
versus
now it is. Now it is.
search. This is Google. Chances are you have used Google to search on the internet for information. From news about your favorite sports team, to cupcake recipes, to, well, cat videos. You might have even used Google to research a school paper, even when you have been told not to. There is nothing wrong with starting your research in Google, especially when you're just getting to know a topic. Google and other search engines are a powerful tool that makes finding information easier and faster. But when you're doing research, you're not simply searching for information or facts. You're actually putting different pieces of information together to find patterns, correlations, and connections. For example, if you want to find out what the capital of Taiwan is, the fastest way to do so is to Google. But if you want to connect the importance of Taipei to Taiwanese culture and history, or if you want to compare Taipei to another city such as Beijing, you need to move beyond search to research. Research involves using multiple resources, trying different search keywords, and thinking critically about the information you have found. Research is iterative. It is not a straight line, but a cycle of inquiry and discovery. If search is a car ride that takes you from point A to point B, research is a stroll through the woods. There might not be a clear direction or destination, and you might get lost or need to double back multiple times. But it will also take you to unexpected and interesting places. Research can be frustrating because there are so many directions to go. But it is also exciting and rewarding when you have forged your own path and arrived at your own destination. Remember, search is seeking the answer, research is seeking the question. So take your time strolling through the woods and enjoy the journey.
So how's researching? That is Eureka feeling. Wow, something I have discovered. Now, planning for the school library, I'll show a short video again here.
This is a prototype of reimagining the school library for today's students. First thing we've done is design a library with lots of little spaces that can be easily reconfigured for different groups' needs. We've also incorporated lots of easy and fun ways to collaborate with technology. There's open Wi-Fi everywhere. Cell phones are welcome. There's QR codes and electrical outlets that are easy to access. Students are invited to bring their own devices, and we even have a hashtag for our library. This library has a makerspace with things like tool corners, a 3D printer, and even an artist corner. And outside, there are additional spaces, like a kiln and a garden space. We hope students will see this as their community, a place where they can participate in group activities, go to expert presentations, be a part of book clubs, discussion groups, and maker demos. What do you think about this new library? What excites you most about it? What concerns you? What suggestions do you have to build on these ideas?
So you can plan it out. It's up to you how you plan it. So in library, we must have books as per CBSE guidelines. I'm talking of CBSE schools only. ICSE have their own plans. Minimum number of magazines and newspapers, senior secondary, 50 plus 4, secondary, 40 plus 4, middle, 20 plus 3, 10 plus 2. Class library up to class 5 is very, very important. Now, role of schools. Vision of a library with good practices that ignite the minds. Provide specialists who have subject and information expertise. Competent marketing of available services of library is needed. Teachers as knowledge centers, their special lessons can be recorded. As I said, that we are doing it in Chinmaya, the good lessons of some teachers already are in the process of recording. 3 or 4 have been recorded and they still must have been in the process. This is an asset. The teacher may be there today, may not be there, but the good lessons will always be there. That is a digital library, okay? Now, digitization of academic material, use of electronic resources, focusing embedded librarianship, staff to be upgraded. This is important. As I said, some teachers, they don't want to come out of the shell. They need to be upgraded, trained. Library research consultants can be hired. Now, to procure research material, and facilitate easy access, discovery of, this is the role of the school. We need to do that. We need to provide and promise access to external research material, need to be more strategic about where they focus on research material. Training program is very, very important for the teachers. Role of a librarian here.
I think the volume is not audible. If there is some volume.
Like, I think if PPT is visible, yeah, it's not that interesting, but they can see what is happening. Idea is how a teacher can help the students overcome the fake information and how can develop interest and trust among the student. I'll see if after the session I can show it again. Okay, it's on the desktop. Okay, now, sorry, there was some audio problem. Like, if possible, I'll show it later. So, role of the librarian to support instructional program. There, if you saw the movie short clipping, how the librarian can help children to build the trust. Okay, they figure out how best they can support researchers and the students both to promote learning. They create a well-developed library catalog, provide access to collection. I tell you, I have observed, because I have been to many schools. Okay, sometimes where I go, I observe that sometimes librarian does not like the students to enter. No, I'm doing some work. I'm not free. But no, please allow the students with open heart. The custodian of resources needs to cater to the needs of the student. They must give the, to the students the material, whatever they have, because they are meant for the students. We love librarians because they make library unique. Yes, definitely. If you love children, they will love to come to library, contributing towards successful completion of research, towards knowledge creation with their specialized skills. Not only power of words on the page, but spoken words are, this is not DM, so it is R&D program for teens who want to go for adventuring. Library is not a building, not literally connection. It is relationship. It is you, it is me, it is the people behind the desk pointing for the perfect book or making craft with teens after school. See, libraries must be open after school, maybe 1 hour, half an hour, as per the school's decision. Successful library of future, the vision should be design the vision of a library that evolves and responds. Library, if you have old books, procure the new books, replace them. Okay, library has to evolve. If your school is 50 years old, books are 50 years old, my God, the pages must have gone yellow. Try to procure new books. Okay, promote research and acquire material. This is the role. Not only librarian, but principals can help, and the teachers. The changed learning environment, the flipped classroom, a pedagogical model. Okay. High quality content medium, a team to work collaboratively, inquire about lecture, content, interact with one another. Offer a variety of mediums so that students have the option to engage with different forms of information. Books are just medium. There are many others to explore. Okay. Now, access to high quality content, sustain and develop collections. Reference section needs to be well established, as I suggested. If possible, procure its e-form as well. Develop love for books. Upgrade the material for higher education. Libraries to be transformed as research centers, educating and promoting research work to promote cognitive skills, high order thinking skills. Okay. As I said, alignment with the 21st century skills and promoting innovations. Have a social learning area with a comfortable environment. So far and quite steady, I'll show you. Organize literary festivals. Okay, this reminds me, 9th August is celebrated as Library Day because that is the birthday of S.R. Ranganathan. And 24th April is World Library Day. We celebrate, but in India, 9th August is also celebrated as Library Day. Anyhow, organize festivals, book fairs, author visits, themed parties, reading clubs, storytelling sessions to encourage the students to enjoy their libraries. Future, this is digital library future. Massive online courses, new pedagogy to teachers and students, courses delivery online. Okay. Thousands can attend courses at a time. No admission process. Deliverables via internet. Okay. So this is one more video.
Digital library is an investment of £1.5 million. We are getting a new library management system. It involves a new search engine, so our students will be able to find books and the online materials, e-books easily. And it also involves, which is really exciting for us, is a reading list management system. So that books that are recommended by lecturers for modules are easily found by the students.
And what is going to be quite a major benefit, I think, is getting rid of our paper-based library loan forms, because it will all be done online at the click of a button. So hopefully within 24 hours we can get that resource to the students.
All of our electronic materials will be available 24 hours a day. And of course, the library itself is open 24 hours a day for a good part of the year now. With the online materials, yes, we buy ebooks, e-journals, e-text, wherever possible to supplement and support the courses.
See, which library I was talking about, this is Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya of Jamshedpur, where we have set e-libraries, e-library with 62 computers and two computer experts. Okay, here the students come, they have consoles and everything they can browse or whatever. It depends on the teacher how they want to use the e-library. They have access to the e-library. This is the e-library, and I'll show you one more. This is the physical library of Vidya Bharati Chinmaya Vidyalaya. So you can see the sofas here. If the some teachers or they want to come, sit, relax, and get the material, everything is displayed differently. So this e-library was the first in Jharkhand, not only Jamshedpur but Jharkhand. And this is the physical library. Schools have their own setups. I don't disagree here, but at the same time, you can have some ideas and you can plan it out. I have also shown you planning school library. It depends. Okay. So hybrid library is the best. No. Conclusion. Libraries stand for a certain freedom and privacy of thought and search and expression. They stand for private study in a social space. They are safe place of sanctuary. Now, digital library is where the past meets the present and creates the future, said Dr. Abdul Kalam. Where there is light, darkness cannot be. Where knowledge has come, ignorance must quit. So finally, I would like to conclude that the primary function of any academic library I'll talk about is to provide quality information service in order to satisfy their users with the right information at right time. And not only that, in case of research, the authentic information from multidisciplinary information sources is crucial for the development of the library. Researchers are highly dependent on library, but the seed has to be sown in the school. So libraries are one of the few places in the world that give even, everyone a chance to improve. There's a lot of activities that can be done in the library. People can learn about, how to overcome of depression, how to know English better, how to know subject better, and they must offer free education and entertainment to the masses. It doesn't matter, okay, what the economic status is, but every student has the right to come and access the library. Gurudev rightly said, wisdom is the assimilated knowledge in us gained from intelligent assimilation from our own experience. Swami Chinmayananda ji, thank you and Hari Om. But before that, I would like to say, please remember there are 4 national libraries, 1 national digital library at IIT Kharagpur. All need to look into that. Okay, just press the website. If I have a number, I can give you, or I'll give it to the VidyaDaan. They can pass it on to you. That I think I missed that slide. And not only that, all of us are librarians. All teachers need to be librarian in the sense that they need to help the school. They need to help the children. They need to help the teachers themselves, how they can enhance their knowledge and enhance their Sorry, I was not well. So I had to take a little break, doesn't matter. But remember that real education happens in the library. Education is not what you put into the mind of children, but what you have made them. And this can happen only in the library. This is the nerve of the school. Once again, I say thank you. Thank you, VidyaDaan. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you, participants. Okay. And now, with this, I close this and I stop sharing here.
Thank you so much, madam. And I cannot just want to salute your effort, because
Mm.
despite your ill health, you have been continuing to speak. And thank you so much. We are really heartfelt about it. Also, as you were speaking, one thing that came to my mind was that, there are a lot of times when during festivities and all, books are collected. So rather than only collecting notebooks, community libraries also can be set up. And also, second thing was that there are, I don't know, in Mumbai at least, clusters of societies together. So
Okay.
parents can come together and do something about it, where they develop a conscious library for kids to come
Yes.
read. And it once it begins young,
Yeah.
then there is no
Yeah.
stopping. We have to
Yeah.
just
Very correct.
provide a very.
I also suggest, Shweta,
Yes,
that uh, every parent must develop a house library for the children in the house itself, so that they can develop. Nowadays, what is happening, I can tell you, it so happened that the kids are busy in mobiles. Okay, parents give them mobiles, so rather giving mobiles, they should give them storybooks, so that they develop this habit. So parents also think, and class library is definitely school's role, but parents to play a vital role. I
yes.
so
So, with that, I think I would like to tell thank you once again to you, madam. We cannot, in fact, thank you
that
enough, for
it's
sure.
okay.
And the participants can fill in the link, and the questionnaire link. And in case you need your certificate, you can pay the 100 rupees and get your certificate. And in case you haven't received your certificate of the previous session, you can write to us at vidyadantrainings@gmail.com, and please mention your name, school name, and the topic of the session, and we'll get back to you. With that note, I think we come to the end of today's session. Thank you once again, madam, and see you all next Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta.
Vidyadan,
Thank
thank you
you,
so much.
participants. Thank you, VidyaDaan. Hari Om.
Hari Om.